Uganda is forcing an economic acceleration against global headwinds, treating double-digit growth as a problem of industrial design. This chart shows Uganda's historical economic trajectory, maintaining a steady growth rate of 6.3%. But the projection for the 2026-2027 fiscal year breaks that pattern. It models a sharp acceleration to 10.2%, the first return to double-digit growth since the 1990s. In absolute terms, the economy is projected to reach approximately $69.3 billion by June 2026. This is the opening phase of the tenfold growth strategy, a state mandate targeting a $500 billion national economy. President Museveni's directive for this expansion focuses on the full monetization of the economy. The objective is to ensure raw GDP expansion translates into household incomes and enterprise development. This acceleration is the direct result of a highly structured fiscal and industrial architecture. The primary catalyst driving the 10.2% spike is the transition to commercial oil production. In the energy sector, this is first oil, the moment extraction officially transitions into a monetized export. However, possessing reserves does not automatically result in economic transformation. Realizing this wealth requires the successful execution of three pillars. First, upstream extraction. Second, midstream logistics, and third, macroeconomic insulation. Failing at any point in this chain results in trapped assets rather than national wealth. The physical foundation of the sector is located at the Telenga and Kingfisher projects in the Albertine region. Upstream energy development requires reaching a specific mass of infrastructure before it becomes commercially viable. This diagram illustrates the necessary scale. Making first oil viable required a baseline of 189 drilled wells. During the current cycle, teams completed 51 additional wells, bringing the total to 199 and crossing the operational threshold. This milestone was achieved despite logistical challenges created by ongoing conflicts in the Middle East. With the energy assets supply guaranteed, the primary bottleneck shifts to logistics and value retention. Unlocking these assets requires the completion of the East African crude oil pipeline and its accompanying processing facilities. While the midstream prepares for export, the state is using domestic industrialization to keep capital within the country. The massive new clinker factory commissioned in the Moroto district serves as the primary example of this strategy. This facility processes local limestone into clinker at an annual capacity of 2 million tons. This single factory is projected to save the country $260 million in foreign exchange imports every year. These midstream mechanics are what convert raw natural resources into retained national GDP. The greatest threat to this new wealth is currency volatility caused by imported energy shocks. This map shows the old model's vulnerability. Disjointed private importers created erratic capital outflows and currency instability. To defend the shilling, the state intervened through the Uganda National Oil Company, or UNOC. UNOC consolidated the market, taking over the bulk procurement of all petroleum products. The government then acquired a 20.15% stake in the Kenya Pipeline Company. This asset is critical because it controls the corridor for 95% of the country's refined petroleum imports. As a result of these interventions, the Uganda shilling has remained one of Africa's best-performing freely floating currencies. Controlling the midstream supply chain insulated the national economy from global price contagion. This industrial architecture is fueled by specific state-led capital allocations. This diagram breaks down the FY 2026-27 budget. The state has allocated 473.51 billion shillings specifically for mineral and oil development. These funds have specific targets. They capitalize UNOC, fund the National Mining Company, and pay for geochemical certification and exploration. This budget provides the financial energy required to activate the physical infrastructure built over 10 years. Operationalizing the oil sector and stabilizing the supply chain leads directly to an expanded national tax base. Domestic revenue is now projected to reach 45.6 trillion shillings. Internalizing wealth generation allows the state to fund core services without relying on external debt. This new capital is targeted for healthcare, education, and national security infrastructure. The engineering of first oil serves as the mathematical blueprint for achieving the tenfold growth strategy and securing economic sovereignty.